shy girl.
This is what I'm saying. So you
that,
see Anazi and
that's good.
two different people.
It isn't like we're not shy. Yeah. I am. Quote scriptures. I was more of a motivator. You know, I didn't like quoting from the Bible because I sucked so much at it. Like I couldn't recall any scriptures.
Welcome to the beautiful Friday. This is KMP. We are coming to you live, making sure that we are still giving you nothing but the best. Who will be giving you nothing but the best without Lanya in the building? She goes by the name of Lanya the Bulldozer. What are we doing right now? We say that we are live as KMP Podcast. But today I'm having you, Wani. I feel like today I could switch table because behind the scene, if you were able to see Utugwenza, she was the fire. So I felt like we could exchange. By the way, I'm not going alone. I'm with Anazi. And yeah, before she introduced herself, I was like, Anazi, like when I take it into Zulu,
or
Asazi, you know? No,
Niazi.
Asazi. So I want to know, can you please tell us, who are you? By the way, we welcome you to the show.
Thank you so much for having
Looking
me.
so pretty.
I mean,
All right.
you must make sure as a person you understand what I mean.
Okay.
So hi everyone, it's Anazi, the thick chick with the deep voice, the coolest thick chick with the deep voice.
Mm-hmm.
So the name Anazi, yo, bruh, like I get that question so many times. It's the most frequently asked question. Anazi, how did it come about? If it's not Ungumxhosa, or you understand, and it make it worse because there's hand to touch closer, and it seems like I am Umxhosa, but not to actually drift away from the question. Anazi is derived from the surname I was using before. So I was using Umkhwanazi, and I remember it was matric year. Yeah, matric, in my matric years, where now you buying matric jackets and you want your name to stand out, but I also wanted that originality, that authenticity, you know, because Abom Swenko, Nabo Queen Ban, Diva, Crazy Lizards, whatever, Zuzophume fashioning. So I was like, okay, what can I actually write on my matric jacket? Who can I call myself? And then Anazi was born from Mkhwanazi, so the last bit of the surname from Mkhwa. So Mkhwa was out, and then was Anazi, and I was like, there it is.
So
Anazi.
now we are saying you are Anazi Mkhwanazi.
Anazi Ncobo.
Anazi Ncobo.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a long story, but it's just no.
It's a story for another day. But
It's a
before
story for another
we
day.
proceed, you speak about, because people think Ungumxhosa, and I could hear you speaking, you're very fluent in that. What's your language, by the way?
Umzulu.
Umzulu.
Yeah, Ntombazane Umzulu.
Okay.
Like, as in, yeah. Oh, I love a Zulu girl. Hey, I say, oh.
What did I tell
I love a
you?
Zulu girl.
What did I tell you? I told you that today I feel like we can switch the table and then I'm in Hlale and say, hi, this is Lana the Bulldozer, Utilang and so organization. But by the way, here we are having you on the show. But the most important thing, before we go deep and search,
Yeah.
you won the YouTube of the year.
I mean, sometimes when greatness just locates you, you
Yeah.
can't deny.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah. How's the feeling? Tell me about it.
I remember at first, when was it? Early this year. I think before June or in June, somewhere there. I got an email. No, I got a DM from Emerge Africa Awards, and they told me that you have been nominated to be under the category YouTuber of the Year 2022. And I was like, it cannot be.
Anazi.
Not me.
Yeah.
Not because I didn't believe in myself, but I just felt like it's too early. But God was like, early for who? You know what I mean?
When it's time,
When it's time, it's just there. You
Nobody
cannot
can
deny
say
it.
it's
I mean,
safe.
like,
Yeah.
I mean, these are my thousand.
Yeah.
No,
All right. So we do have Lama 1000. The nice thing is it's a Friday.
So as
I'm
I
gonna
was
make
saying,
sure. The nice thing is that it's a Friday. So after the show, you take me
maybe
out.
I'll treat you to a drink or
thank
two.
you, thank
or-
you, thank
yeah.
you, Siyabonga.
Let's see how the show goes. Let's see if you and I are on
That's
that.
fine. As long as C2, I'm definitely sure what we are doing. Let's go back to the trophy
Yes.
today.
So I remember I got that DM telling me that I've been nominated, and I was like, yo, I'm like, what? Like, can't be. You understand what I mean? For the first time ever, I was speechless.
Yeah.
I'm never speechless. Kulma Akulu. It's just who I am. I love talking. But that day I was just like, God, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to show me? And I did what everybody or anybody who's being nominated does, which was actually stalk the other nominees. I stalked everybody?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you know what? so and so is being nominated.
Yeah.
Let me just stalk them and see what they're actually about. Let's just see if we
Gena
got
manje
what it takes to actually bring it home.
Yeah, you're taking the content.
You
right
understand what I
now.
mean? And when I saw the other nominees, like why did I actually do that?
Why did you even go there?
Because they had such a huge following, like a bigger following than I had. And immediately I was just like, nah, I was doubting myself. I'm like, never. Started saying, which is also true also, but like I started believing in that so much that I actually forgot that it was a competition. Anybody can literally take it. Doesn't matter how many YouTubers you have or how many subscribers you have rather. I was just like, okay, with 25K, with 2.5. I think it was 2.5K at the time. And I felt like there's no way. Lo muntu waziwa abantu abaningi, and I don't know that much people. And like, oh man, like God was just like, I don't know, people love you.
This go back to, you can walk with a lot of people, but who is walking with you? Per se, you're talking about people who had so many views,
Yes.
so many followers,
Yes.
but now it's in a journey to who is there. We're talking about loyalty. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like you are a business person,
Yeah.
and today you didn't cook well, but still they're still loyal to say, "Yabona namhlanje if ambulile ayikho grand."
But because Anazi,
you get what I'm
mean,
saying? They
you
still
know?
support you, so I understand that. And as you said, God's timing is forever the best. Nobody could just do something to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like for the next person, I guess, but fortunately for you, as it's happening to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't think I had it in me to actually bring it home. And I remember when I was a teen, I was with my best friend, and so she was busy taking videos of me, like from us getting to the venue to like the whole experience. And I was just like, dude, just okay. No, at first I was just like, yeah, we made it, we're here. You know,
Yeah.
I'm so great to be. I'm honored to be one of the nominees. It's a win on its own, which
Yeah,
it is. It
yeah,
is.
it is.
Just to be nominated, that means you are
a great
recognized.
achievement, yeah.
You understand what I mean? So I felt like. Not that we got it, but I was confident that day. And then it got to the announcement part now. And I was just like, you know what? God, it's in your hands right now. It's out of my hands. I can't
cannot
do
do
anything.
this, yeah.
I can't do anything about it now. It's crunch time. I remember I kept on in my head, I kept on saying, thank you for bringing me this far. Thank you for bringing me this far. Thank you for bringing me this far. Like the entire time until I heard Anazi Ncobo.
Yeah.
Shocker.
And you couldn't believe like it's your name,
Shocker.
but now you're questioning yourself, is this me?
Ja, Nimna?
Yeah.
This?
So
No
was
ways. No ways. But I think still, even when I was, my name was announced, I was still in shock that did I actually really take it? Mind you, these were literally the first awards I've ever been nominated. Is that what I mean?
And
So
this is big.
it was.
Because I think in your mind you're thinking, should I go to such big awards? I have to start and go there. But no, you just went straight there.
The entire
Yeah.
time I was just like, you know what, we're working to be recognized. 2022 is the year to be recognized, because in 2021 I said this is the year to start, and 2022 is the year to be recognized.
And definitely it happened.
More than that,
Yeah.
like more than just being recognized. And I can't express how grateful I am of the people who actually support my content. I don't want to say follow, because I don't like the term follow. It's like like you know,
That's forced.
you understand what I mean? I don't like that. So to be appreciated, to be loved, for people to say we relate to you, you're so relatable, like when I listen to you I feel inspired. Those type of
I
things.
see something in you.
And is that what I mean? So I went back to that when I won that. I was like, it's definitely those people.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing it for the people we can see.
Mamela.
I am feeling so hot right here. And as you know, this is life as a KMP podcast. This makes me feel so good because I'm also wearing Iyobaba, the brand that inspires me, the brand that dresses me and make me this beautiful lady that I am. I just said it, the beautiful lady that I am.
Thank you very much.
As you can see, I am Yobaba-ring, and I'm making sure to the situation it's Baba-ring because we are Yobaba. Who are we without Iyobaba? So I just want to say thank you so much for them, for making sure I am this beautiful, because without them,
Like, what are you gonna bulldoze?
What am I going to put those
Kanjani, bruh.
Anazi? Do you get what I'm saying?
Abazi.
So definitely want to say thank you to Yo Baba, and we want to say thank you for dressing us, dressing everybody that wants to be dressed. Let's go back now. As an individual, when you're sitting down and you want to say, Gucci, this is Anazi, how do you define yourself and say, this is Anazi? Because some know you as a YouTube blogger, some know you as Anazi Wasekasi. Can you tell us?
I hate that question with every fiber in my being.
Okay,
Like,
but today we're getting there.
I hate it so much. I'll
Yeah.
tell you why.
Yeah.
So many people box themselves because of this question.
Yeah.
Tell us who you are. What are you about? Like, because now you're going to say, I'm Anazi, the YouTuber, I'm Anazi, this. That is so limiting. And for me as a creative, so that's how I identify as a creative. Me as a creative, I feel like when you put labels to what you do, it's very limiting. So, I mean, siyasibonga isilungu uGeorge uthi creation. So I'm a creator. I'm a content creator. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I don't want to be limited. I feel like my capabilities are beyond just me labeling myself a certain title. You understand what I mean? Just saying YouTuber, it's like now I'm focused on just being a YouTuber and that's what it is. Like I can't do anything else. Like I can't do radio. Like I can't jump on a piano track, which by the way, I am releasing soon. You understand what I mean?
All right.
So I don't like to be boxed. So Anazi is a content creator. I do MCing. I started in the year 2019, by the way.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And I think
Okay,
2020.
you started in 2019 being
Yes.
a blogger or an MC?
Being an MC.
Okay.
That's how I started. I've always wanted to be in the creative space. I just didn't know in which industry I belonged to. I knew that whatever it is that I want to do has to do with just me being creative. So I remember in high school, my late dad, was like, dude, I want to take you to a technical high school. I'll tell you why. There are not a lot of engineers in South Africa, and let alone there are not a lot of female engineers in South Africa. Every time we have to, build something, we have to outsource. So my dad was like, I think this would be a great career for you. So my dad chose that path for me. Because I also didn't know that what I actually wanted to do. I just decided, let me just go for it. Let me just see if this is for me. And I went to high school. I did civil technology in high school. After high school, I did civil engineering. And I was good in it. I was good enjoying, like, being creative. That's always been me. It's always chosen me. And I just felt like I just didn't know exactly what I needed to do. You know what I mean?
Good point, yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't know exactly what it is that I had to do in the creative space. I think 2016, when I lost my dad, I started now exploring, because my dad is I'm a PK, by the way. I'm a pastor's kid.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Were you done with your studies when he passed on?
That was my last year. Actually, no, I'm lying. I had just started. Yeah, I had just started. And I lost my dad, I think, just the day after my birthday. Yeah, I lost my dad a day after my birthday. And I was just like, okay, now that dad is gone, like, what is it that you really want to do? I realized, Nkuluma Hakulu, man. Like, Nkuluma Hakulu. And the crazy part is that I've been bullied for this voice that I have. To a point where I was made to believe that it's taboo to have a male-like voice. Like, it's so deep. Like, Tombazana, Lena Ganjan. You know what I mean?
Speaking over the phone, they're like, "Kubani, Lena."
I used to get away with a lot, by the way, with that.
Alright.
Because I'm a tomboy.
Yeah.
Full-blown.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of guy friends. I would call my friends or umama, I could call the mother. They wouldn't be able to identify if it's a girl or... You know what I mean? So it kind of worked to my advantage, but it was an insecurity growing up. And I believe that I need to squeak in my voice to sound, just to adjust, just to fit in. Then I don't remember who. Like, by the way, I'm so grateful for this person. This person was like, dude, I was doing a sim swap. This person is like, dude, I could literally listen to you speak the whole day. I'm like, what? Why? Like,
Yeah.
why are you saying this? Atigimi Ugai, you should be on radio. You have such a beautiful
There's
voice.
something in your voice.
After that, I was like, you know what? I ain't squeaking in my voice for nobody. If you don't like how my voice sounds, then that's not don't make
for
it my
you.
baby.
Yeah.
You understand? Your perception of how my voice should sound like is none of my business. Get what I mean? Then I decided, I think I want to do MCing. Or I think I want to do radio. Or I think I want to do something that has to do with me just talking,
Yeah.
you know, be it being behind the mic, be it public speaking, as long as it involves me just yappa-yappa-ring,
Yeah, you
I'm
wanna do
definitely
that.
do it. I'm
Yeah.
definitely going to do it. And radio was born. Okay, just to go back to MCing, I remember it was Scatley, my best friend, by the way. Scatley was like, dude, I'm doing a show. I'm doing an event, and I want you to be the MC. By the way, Scatley had not
Stuff like
heard me.
that.
He has never heard me on stage before. He has never heard me MC. He's never heard me do anything like that, something of that nature. But that day, he was like, buddy, I just want you to MC Masterpiece's birthday celebration. It was his birthday celebration at the joint. Yeah, at the joint. So I was like, okay.
I've never been in MC.
I've never done this before. Like, what do I do? But in papa.
Yeah.
So that is definitely going to work to my
Goes with an
advantage.
attitude as well, yeah?
There is still a video of that whole experience. Every time I watch it, I cringe. Because what the hell was that? You get what I mean? But that was the first day of Anazi, Ubani, you know? Sorry about that. Anazi, the thick chick with the deep voice, Ubani. That was the birth of Anazi.
Anazi.
And it was all thanks
And you
to
were like,
Skat.
They don't know who's
Because
coming.
people
They
think
don't
it's
know
always
what
like
they
that.
have.
And little did I know, I wasn't even looking at it like that. Like I said, it's derived from my surname. But now when I sit down and think about it, I'm just like, it's like Anazi. You know what I mean?
Ankabi next.
Ankabi next.
Yeah.
That is also the universe doing. Ukuthi Anaz. Sazowazi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we want to
So,
know, yeah.
That's how I went to. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Who are you? And I relate to that, especially when it comes to your voice. Some people say, Yolani, you've got a very nice voice. And I'm like, mind you, I can't even sing to save my life. I only sing at the funerals.
I hate that.
I only
Like, because
sing
you
at
have
the
this nice
funerals.
voice that everybody assumes you
Think
can
you
sing.
sing.
Yo.
And I once said to somebody, because that person cannot complain and say, Lana uyabimba. Do you get what I'm saying?
Like, no mungakhuluma, so what?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't.
Sengwabeni, first of all.
And the fact that I think everything goes with having passion for it. I don't have passion for singing. You get what I'm saying?
I didn't have passion for engineering.
Yeah.
I could do it, but I just didn't have the passion for it. I was like, to be boxed in an office, I don't like to be boxed.
And going back, it was your father's decision. You wanted to follow his footsteps. So this is where we see parents basitshela ukuthi senzeni, and we learn from that because we say one day I'm going to have kids and I wouldn't want them to go through what I went through. Let's say I wanted to be a doctor myself, I wanted to be a radiographer. I wouldn't say because I couldn't reach there, I'm behind the mic,
Yeah.
and I'm now forcing my child to say, hey, you're gonna
Live
be,
my dream,
yes,
because I couldn't be that. Now
we should stop that.
be that.
How are we going to know Anazi if she didn't come out of the nutshell? Do you know what I'm saying? You had to come out and be alive. So
The crazy part with that, I always say my parents' death was a blessing in disguise. I don't mean it in a disrespectful way, no. I mean it in the most respectful way. I'll tell you why I'm saying this. I'm a PK. I'm a pastor's
Pastor's
kid.
kid.
You understand what I mean? My mom and my dad, pastors, like
Bible,
there's
the
a
whole
way
way.
we live. Christian, like, you know, born into it. Born into church every Sunday, sesontweni.
kuliswa ngenkani.
I
as
used
well.
to preach.
Yeah.
Like I used to preach.
And you find
but,
yourself sitting and like, Anazi, come.
But the crazy thing is that I wasn't really like a preacher where I would quote scriptures. I was more of a motivator. You know, I didn't like quoting from the Bible because I sucked so much at it. Like I couldn't recall any scriptures. I couldn't, like all the other kids, you know, they'll be like John Banban, so and so and so. And I'm just
That's
like,
why they
how
say-
do you do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought, how do
That's
you
why they say gune calling. There's a calling, there's a talent, there's a gift. This thing zihlukile. You need to understand ukuthi
exactly.
wena, what you
Where
have.
do you- yeah.
Yes, is it a calling? Is it a gift? Or it's a talent?
Yeah,
you know?
that you
so
have.
I understand that. And it doesn't mean ukuthi being born guma doctors, you're gonna end up now with being a doctor.
But
Duh.
but also I also see what my parents were trying to do with all of us, because I have like 4 siblings, so there's 5 of us. So I understand exactly what it is, what they were doing when they took us through that path, or when they introduced us to that path. You know, discipline, number 1. Learning to say no. There's so many good things that came out of that whole experience that I can't even if I wanted to, can't even take it away from my parents.
And
you know,
especially being content to yourself. When you
Yes.
content to yourself, you know this is who I am.
Exactly.
So regardless of whatever that I do, but at the end of the day, I'm a picky child. So
I used to say,
Nyafuna, no.
you understand what
Yeah,
I mean?
like
I
I
used to say to my dad. I used to say to my dad. He used to complain so much that, "Ukhuluma man, you always have an answer," and I'm like, "This is all you're doing." Like you, this is all you.
Yeah.
You stand in front of people
And talk.
and you
It's
speak
just that
and
it's
you share your
biblical.
views. And,
Yes.
You understand what I mean? So you did this to yourself. Thank you very much. But I say their death is a blessing in disguise, because I don't think I'd be doing this. My dad wanted me in an office. Remember, I did civil, so he wanted me in an office that I was definitely gonna be stuck there. So when they passed on, I was just like, I want to do something that's going to make me happy and make you guys proud wherever you are. And I am going to make sure that I excel in
And
it.
I am sure they're very much proud and still resting in peace where they are. So I like when you say I'm going to do something that makes them proud, because it doesn't matter literally which route you take, but
Yeah.
if you take it and then it please in a good way, that's what matters. All they're trying to do is to guide us with the right.
That's it.
But no more achieved, I'm gonna be umuntu wenza amahlaya, but at the end of the day, if you do it right, they're still gonna be proud and say, "That's my daughter." Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it.
And it's crazy because I think they're definitely watching wherever they are. And I think they are the ones who are also giving me more strength to continue doing what I'm doing. You know, because they see how much I love it and how it just keeps me at bay. It's like it just eases me all the time when I do this, and I'm just like, gorgeous girl behind the mic. What are you saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that they also have so much to do with. But yeah, that's what I mean when I say blessing in disguise, man.
So if they were here, what would you like to say to them? I feel like there's so much connection, as much as they are no more here, but you feel like you're still achieving because of them. There's still the reason behind you
Yeah.
doing what you're doing. So if they were still here, or they were able to hear what you're saying right now, what would you like to say to them?
Mama, I made it.
You know, I'm thinking she's gonna be this emotional person.
Nah, man,
Wow,
I
such a
really
vibe.
pay a lot. I
Yeah.
really pay a lot. But from the bottom of my heart, I would say thank you for raising such a strong woman, strong black woman. Thank you, because in this industry,
It's tough.
they definitely gonna eat you,
Alive.
chew you, and just spit you out just like that. And the industry funa uqala. Like, you understand, like baby steps
I
where
get it.
you feel like there's no, they will yay,
There's a way.
yay, they will bulldoze you.
Oh, Jesus. I ain't gonna build those anyone.
You understand what I mean? They will do that.
Yeah.
So my mom raised such a strong person. She raised strong people because of my siblings, but just directed from me to her rather. Thank you for raising such a strong person. Thank you for all the tough love, the soft love, and thank you for never changing who you are, because through you, I was able to be the strong girl, you know? And as for my dad, dog, like the confidence. You understand what I mean? Like, you've always been my dog. You've always been that person. You've always supported everything that I do. I know it was more academically, but everything that I was good in, you made sure that you put fuel to it. You know, if you're gonna do it intentionally. If you're gonna go for it, go for it. I remember you left me with the words, because this is me talking to my dad, right? So I remember you left me with the words, courage is never the absence of fear. So don't think because you are fearful, the courage is not there. It's still there. And thank you so much that the courage always outweighs the fear, you know? And through you being such a confident individual, I was able to learn from you, and that's the best gift that you actually left me with. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm feeling so emotional right now. Wow.
Don't cry on me now.
Wow.
Grab a drink, rather. Grab a drink.
Awusile wena bakujeli, sile wena bakujeli, engithi sile wena bakujeli, sile wena bakujeli, awusile wena bakujeli, sile wena.
We are still live as a KMP podcast. What are we talking about? We have the YouTube blogger with me. Don't forget, with the one and only giving you the beautiful news and making sure we get to know people with it's going by the name of Lani the Bulldozer. And I still say thank you for EO Baba for making sure that it makes me be so beautiful. So today I'm in white, making sure
purity,
there's
everything
peace,
is
there's humbleness,
serenity,
there's
tranquility.
Yes, and I like the fact that you also wearing a white trouser, so that puts the spirit and the vibe. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you are still watching live. If you have anything that you want to say, make sure that you comment there right now because we are live. Asaz. And I'm asking on behalf of people that Abbas.
Yeah.
Some people are sitting at home and say, she's a YouTube blogger. What is a YouTube blogger?
Yeah.
Let's start there. Because some they don't understand,
Yeah,
What
I mean,
is
you're
a
on YouTube, but
blogger?
what do you do?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
Okay, so on YouTube, the name of my channel is Anazi Ncobo. That's what it is. Just type Anazi Ncobo. I will appear. Okay. While you're at it, please do leave a subscribe. Right?
Definitely do that.
So what I do is I tell stories about my experiences growing up as a teenager. The sole purpose for that was to actually help that one teenager who's kind of dealing with life, and they feel like, because when you're in high school, you feel like that's what it is. You don't think about life after high school. You're in the moment. This is what you're going through, and this is what it is. You don't see beyond you being outside of high school. So I do that for those girlies in high school. I do that for the girlie who is stuck in high school but is out of high school.
Yeah, I get it.
By that I mean you could be 26 but you haven't dealt with the 18-year-old self you. So I give inspiration to those people. That's why I do what I do, without forgetting to be very relatable. This is where now I incorporate my lifestyle. Going on vacations, places where I plug people. That's what I do. I mean, I'm a brand.
All right, you're gonna plug us. Okay, you're not gonna plug
So
me,
that's
but
the
you're
kind
gonna
of
tag
content.
me with you.
Mamela. So that's the kind of content that I serve on YouTube. But that's just YouTube because there's so much to who Anazi really is. And every platform I try to be different. I don't know why. Maybe it's this thing of not wanting to be boxed into this one thing that I do. It's okay. On YouTube, she does makeup. When I go on TikTok, she still does makeup, whatever. So I try to give people a different side.
Yeah.
Different sides to me. Versatility is very important, I believe, as a content creator, to show them why you are a content creator. So on YouTube, that's what I do. I tell story times. So I basically say, I embarrass myself right there. Pepenening like that.
Right? Can you embarrass yourself when just having a hint when you tell a story? I think I'm interested in that.
I shot my shot and I missed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Those are the kind of stories I tell.
All right.
Yeah.
I think you got it. So yeah. We're gonna go with that.
Yeah. That's what I do. But also, it's also to plug people, man, because I'm also a brand outside of that. I think with YouTube, I just wanted to connect more with my audience. That's why I started my journey on YouTube, to be relatable, not just to be relatable, but to also connect with everybody, every individual who happens to come across my content and they're like, okay, let me stop and watch. Who is this? And want to know more about Anazi, So there's the different elements to it. It's not just boxed to one. I don't just serve embarrassing moments or my vulnerable moments, but my vulnerable moments are not really my embarrassing moments because there are people who are unable to speak and also to heal, because as it's happening to you, you feel like it's only happening to you. But when you hear someone else actually share a similar story to what you've been through, it becomes a very better pill to swallow. Yeah, the hurt is there. I mean, we go through it, but it becomes better now because I mean, Anazi went through it and like she was able to be okay, you know. So there's also that to heal people, to plug people, because when I travel, I'll obviously tell you, guys, check out 123. This place is amazing, to take you through my journey, my lifestyle, how I live, you know. Sometimes I do my spend the day with me, you know, to show you how my life as a content creator is. Like spend the day, just one day, just to see what I get up to, because people have a certain idea of who you are as an influencer or a content creator.
We're looking at, she's a YouTuber.
She's a YouTuber, yeah. Like,
and, for example,
Wenzani?
you based here in Tembisa.
Yes.
We're not expecting you to be in Tembisa while you're a YouTuber. It means I would likota.
We understand that.
You know, yeah.
There's another mukbang that I was doing, being likota, like vele, you know. I was just like Khalili kota,
Nothing
and that's
beats
exactly what I consume, like ikota and kulengayo. You know what I mean? Those who don't know,
it's nothing beats
bunny
that.
chow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What must I say to bunny chow? Because the bunny chow is that one.
I'm a calamari,
You know what I'm saying? Spag. Why is it how's just spag?
Spag.
And I always have a problem with people eating ikwata around me, and then I take away. Fucking knife ngizandla. I'm like, dude, come on, Bambalento. If you want to enjoy this thing, ibambe, you know? That's how we do it. And then you find these people, no, I'm like, oh God, come on, what are you doing now?
I mean, it's fun, guys.
Yeah.
You know, some people feel about that, you
Yeah.
know, and I feel it's okay to be those, angfuni, you know. I want to, but like, one thing I'll tell you, you are missing out. Like,
Yeah,
you are missing out. You are definitely
Yeah.
missing out.
Yeah.
Because ikota when you can have it like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plastic.
Yeah.
And
so
yeah,
I wanted to show that little girl from Mekas, it's 1630, it's possible. You can get there. You can do it. You know.
Speaking about 1630, how was your first day or first week or first month being a YouTuber where you say, now, I'm going to post this and maybe 3 people liked? How did you feel about that?
Okay, so the first ever video I posted on my YouTube was beauty. It was beauty content. I used to cover beauty content before.
Okay.
So I used to do makeup tutorials, and I did that because Mihlali was doing it.
Okay.
You know, and at the time she was the only South African YouTuber that I knew, you know, that I was exposed to. So I did beauty content. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna cover beauty content because I know how to do makeup. So I mean, let me share my skills with whoever's willing to watch. Then I lost my mom. That was the same year I lost my mom. After losing my mom, obviously I'm going through it, and I'm just like, okay, this is just after one video.
And you're falling down now.
Nah, man, nah. I'm not doing this anymore. Not that I didn't want to do YouTube, but I didn't have the strength to do it.
Yeah.
I came back. I think was it a couple of months later? Yeah, a couple of months later, or was it a year later?
Because you had to find yourself.
I
Because I think when you lose your parents, I also lost mine. There's a part of you that lives with them.
Of course.
It goes with them.
Yeah.
And it takes you time to find it. And it's not exactly the same as it was.
The void might be filled, but it'll never be the same. Yeah. Somebody else might come and fill the void, you know, and you're just like, okay, it's just there to make you feel better, but it's
moment,
never
yeah.
going to be the same. So that's the first video I did, which was beauty content. It received, I would say, okay, people were very excited that, okay, you're starting YouTube now. This is something that we've always wanted for you. I was like, oh, okay, you don't say. You want me to do this? Maybe I should actually do it. Second video was still beauty content, and I realized, nah, man, I don't like giving
this is
such
not who I am,
content. You know,
somehow it's
yeah, like yes, I mean it's still creativity, but like I don't really resonate with it.
This is not me, yes.
It's not me, man. Yeah, I love doing makeup, but I think I just don't want to do it on YouTube. I think there's just so much that I can provide as a content creator, not just the makeup or makeup. Then what, you know? Then I was covering Black Love content, where we're covering controversial conversations, but like it was those 2-minute snippets, 3 minutes. I didn't want to bore people.
Yeah.
I still had the idea that concentration span, not everybody's gonna sit there and watch something 1 hour long, you know. So I did that, and then I was demotivated because that's not exactly what I wanted to do. That was not who I am. It didn't resonate with me. I went back to the drawing board. I always encourage people, go back to the drawing board as many times as possible. If you feel like I'm not, something I'm missing, go back. You know, go back. There's probably something that you are missing, you know. Yes, you might be giving people quality content, but if you don't resonate with it, if you don't relate to it, if it's not you, then you're about to lose the motivation to
Hence,
actually
it's
do
important to do self-introspection.
Self-introspection. Yes.
You need to check and say, who am I? What am I doing? What am I missing me now?
Yeah.
Without involving people, because now as a YouTuber, what you're doing, it's you, but you're also engaging other people.
Yeah. There's also that. There's that. Very, very important that you mentioned that. Because, like I said, when I put it out there, not to say I'm expecting the next person to relate, but I'm putting it out there for the people who can't speak for themselves. So when they are able to come back and say to me, yo, dude, I was going through the most, you know, I was going through this, I was going through that. And when you actually said 1, 2, 3, yo, like I felt so much better. Like that heavy weight that was on my shoulders definitely lifted. I feel better. It makes me want to continue doing it, you know. So the first reaction I got when I posted my first video is different to the video that I posted on different content, because it's different stages or different phases of my YouTube. I had the beauty content that was I got a different reaction to people. I moved away from that and I spoke controversial, and people gave me a certain reaction, a good reaction, but it was different to now me doing a story time about my experience, you know. So it's different experiences. So to me, it's like you're born again, but really it's really finding yourself, you know. So I think I've found myself now, and the feedback that I get from people from having found myself is amazing. Like I can never get used to it. First of all, I can never get used to somebody coming to me and saying, I know you. You're Anazi, you know? Are you that? You're that girl, like you're. Okay, at first it used to be so weird, and my anxiety would peak because I didn't understand why people are staring. I didn't, you know.
You are there.
God, I put myself out there. Like
people
my life is
you.
just out there in, you know, it's just there. So but it's overwhelming. But it's a good feeling also.
But speaking about that, how does it make you feel when you are finding people who say, since she's a blogger, or since we can put it as a celebrity, or you are known, you know?
Celebrity.
Yeah, it's okay, you're known.
You're popular, yes.
Yeah, you're popular. So now, people knowing that you're popular, don't you think they've got some expectation in how you live your life? Don't you have people judging you to say, Anazi now you're so, because they thinking you up there and Anazi must not do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How do you handle such things?
Because I am authentic and people are inspired by my authenticity, the backlash really just takes the backseat. Like, I don't live to impress or live to for people to identify me as. You understand what I mean? I like, if you're gonna identify me, you're gonna identify me as Anazi. If you're gonna love me, you're gonna love me as Anazi. And if you do, and it's okay. Sometimes it's not even hate. They just don't relate to you. And it's okay. And it's fine. But I have my people who relate to what I do. And sometimes the very same people, I relate to them. It's no longer just me exchanging who I am or to make them feel better, but it's also them making me feel better. I also benefit from the people who actually follow my content, you know, because they'll tell me stories like, yo, dude, you shared a story about 1, 2, 3, and it reminded me of so and so and so and so, and I did 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I was able to move forward from that. Because when I share my stories, I don't just share my stories because I've healed or moved on from those moments.
Sometimes you send them while you're
sometimes
going through the situation.
while I'm going through it, because
It's like you healing in front of us.
I'm healing in
We
front
see
of
that
you.
she was not okay, and right now she's getting better.
like I cry on my YouTube channel.
Wow.
Yeah, I cry, and it's not fake tears. Guys, I think it's hard to fake tears.
Yeah.
I cry because it's happening in that moment. They just those emotions just come, and you just like,
I can imagine, especially when you
I can't believe you dumped me. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine, because you just said sometimes you just have your come spend a day with me. Definitely, if something hits you in the process of come spend a day with me, definitely you need to act upon that situation.
Yeah. Of course, I'm gonna set my camera to be at a certain angle because I'm trying to hire my spajaj, or all of that.
Do you
of
have
course,
a
I'm gonna
spajaj though?
story for another day. But
All right.
of
If
course,
you don't
but
know,
like,
go to her YouTube. Definitely, I think you're gonna get to see what she has or she doesn't.
yeah, you understand. So yes, I'll position a camera at different angle, but what I am going through at that moment is real. That's what I'm going through. Sometimes we make a camera kanje so you can see that horrible angle. Yeah, me to show you what. Hey, sometimes I don't
You're
want
real.
to. I'm
You're being
being
you.
I'm being me. I'm being real. So I never care what the next person thinks of me. I put myself out there. It's up to you to take me as I am or keep it moving. And it's okay to keep it moving. Yeah.
So now we find a lot of people, Anas, saying it's either on TikTok or YouTube or whatever platform you're busy with, putting your content there.
Yeah.
Saying I'm starting something, and I thought this was the best, but the outcome from people was very bad. People were very rude or mean, or they were insulting me because of the content that I've put there, but it's my life. Have you ever came across such experience?
I can't remember going through an experience like that where I put something out there and people received it in a
wrong way.
in the wrong way, or maybe I just don't care. I think
You go through your comments though.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do go through my comments, every one of them.
And
You
then you
can't
reply
come
as
here
well.
and say
Yeah.
I've never responded to your comment unless you did something to me and I'm just like,
Zombamba lo.
you.
Zombamba.
You
Yeah.
get what I mean? But I really I love engaging with people, and because in as much as I'm an influencer, I also have other influencers that I look up to. Naledi Malela being
Wow.
one
Big
of them.
up. All right.
Naledi M official. I love Naledi
Yeah.
because I was able to be Anazi
Through her.
through her. Yeah. Remember when I said I got introduced to YouTube via Mihlali because she was the only South African content YouTuber rather that I knew at the time. Then there was Naledi, that when I was familiar now to the culture of YouTube, then came Naledi from nowhere, loud like me, bubbly, confident,
Yeah.
and unapologetic.
Definitely.
And I realized that, okay, so this platform actually does allow you to be who you are. I've
Definitely.
been holding back. That's why I was doing all the other content, the beauty content creation, the
Until
controversial
you could find
conversations,
you.
until I found a lady. And I was able to actually bring out Anazi.
And one thing I love
that we
about
see
that,
today.
it's you saying that it's okay to fail. It's okay to fail several times and say, this is not what I'm doing. This is not who I am.
Yes.
Until you find yourself. It's not
Exactly.
like you went straight and boom.
And I was
there
like, yeah,
Anazi, you
exactly.
know? Yeah.
So I
like
might have
that.
not gone through negativity from people, but I have gone through a whole lot of, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. Me rejecting that and venturing for something else. So basically just going back to a drawing board and saying, this is where we're supposed to be. And guys, there's more coming. Like, I don't just want to do what I'm doing currently. I want to grow as a brand as well. There's a lot to
I
Anazi,
can just imagine.
to who Anazi is. I don't just do, like I said, I don't like to be boxed, like to be labeled as
The
YouTuber,
blogger, yeah.
the blogger, just call me content creation and I'll give you content. That's what I do. I'm also an entrepreneur. I have a store, a thrift store. It's called Anazi Thrift. Those of you who actually follow me
Okay.
know about Anazi Thrift. I am dressed in Anazi Thrifts.
Beautiful.
by the way. I dress myself, man. I dress myself. So
Yeah,
it's a
that's
thrift
beautiful.
store, and I think it's because I love the culture of thrift, and I'm one person who pays attention to detail in terms
Style,
of
yeah.
how you dress, how you. I value and admire an individual that can put items together. Items that look like they don't make sense.
But when you put
But
them
when you put
together,
them together,
yeah.
they actually do make sense. And I've always known, Uguti, I have a certain type of taste, you know, and it's different
yeah.
to people. And people might view it weird, and they're not going to give me that reaction that I want on set, you know. And also the different phases to the style that I have, the style that I possess. There was a time where I was vintage girl, classy, you know, used to wear dresses, you know, comb my hair a certain way. I had an afro, you know, I was that girl. And then I shifted from that to, I think I kind of like the hip hop steez, you know. Then there's being indigo, but it's always been vintage. But like the different phases to
You know, speaking
that
about
style.
that, you're making me think about something deep that I've been busy with recently. When you say you used to wear vintage afro hair, this and that, I would want to ask your real name. What's your real name? There's something there. Because I'll tell you why I'm asking this question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my birth name.
Yeah, we wanna
Damn,
know.
you gonna do that to me?
I had to.
Okay.
I had to.
But I love my name. Don't get me wrong. I love
Yeah,
it.
no, I understand.
Yeah.
Because it's normal when you're an artist per se.
Yeah, I
We
think
need to have a certain way how we
I just
call
think
you.
Anazi is very catchy.
Yeah,
Like
so
you will forget me, but you won't
Myself,
forget me.
I'm Melania. That's my full name, Melania. And I was like, Melania, going out there and say, hi, I'm Melania. You, bani loyo, wagubi.
Like-
You know? But now when you say Lada the bulldozer,
Lala the damn.
we understand that. So now
bulldozer.
it makes sense. So I understand. But now I want to know what's your real name.
My real name is Busisiwe.
Busisiwe.
Yes.
So you know why I'm asking this? When you were wearing your vintage and your afro hair, you were Busisiwe. And right now, you are Anazi. You are dressing like Anazi. I was telling somebody, we were talking, and he was like, I asked his name, what does your name mean? He said, I don't know. I'm like, that's the problem. You are living fake
You
life.
don't know.
You don't know the meaning
You're
of your
living
name.
up to your name.
You don't know the meaning of your name, and I can't mention him. He's so popular. Like, yeah, they just know him. But now, people have a way that they call him. He's world known. Like,
Yeah.
he's a celebrity, and he acts different. The way he dressed, his hair, and everything. And I don't want to meet that person that the world know. I would want to meet this person, Ubusisiwe per se.
You don't want to meet the alter ego.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Nami, I know Ulania, she's this. And when you come to Umelania, she becomes very classy, very quiet, very humble, very, you know, whatever. She's so...
But crazy thing is, Anazi is Ubusisiwe in the closet. Yeah, like there's no difference. Just the
Yeah.
only difference is that Ubusisiwe is the shy girl.
This is what I'm
you know,
saying. So
like
you
that-
see Anazi and
that
this are
girl.
two different people.
And it's just like we're not shy. Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
It's just that I'd like to think I've mastered the art of being confident
Yeah.
and what confidence does for you.
I think it's the
As a
same with
person.
me.
Yeah.
When I enter into a room, I enter as Umilania. And Umilania, she's very, very quiet. Umilania, she's an introvert. Umilania likes her space.
I never enter the room as Ubusi. It's always a Nazi man. Like
You know,
the energy has to
and
be there.
With me, what happened is this: you look at her as Umilania, the quiet shy girl, and when it's her time to be Ulania, then she knows it's okay, fine.
Now it's my
The
time.
bullet coming out.
The bulldoze is coming. The bulldoze the hell out of all of you.
It's doing that. So yeah, I understand. So I understand that a lot of people they've got their own names changing into something else where we make sure that we fit for everybody, and it's easy for people to say there's your Anazi.
Nakona fit for you, not
Do you get what I'm
other
saying?
people.
Yes, that's
For
how
you.
it defines you for that
Yeah.
moment on that content.
Yeah.
Because right now, being a broadcaster, it's a content itself. Do you get what I'm
Yes,
saying? So I
that's very
understand.
true.
So now, what do you say to that girl sitting out there or that young boy sitting out there and say, I want to be a blogger, mara yo ngiyasaba ngiya-understand mina lento. Ngiqala ngakuphi? How do I do this?
Uqala ungazi.
Yeah.
That's one. Uqala ungazi ukuthi uyaphi, direction of it, you don't know. but you just have this burning desire to just do it. That's when you do it. And there's no better time to start than now. Don't seek validation. The moment you start seeking for validation from the next person, you're never gonna start.
Definitely.
When you want to be approved by others, you're never gonna start. When you want to impress the next person, you're never gonna start. So when you are doing it for the next individual, other than yourself, then you're never gonna
You're not
start.
gonna pull through.
Yeah, you're never gonna start.
So now, Anazi, how do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Where would Anazi be?
In the next 5 years, I don't think I'll even be in essay.
I thought you were gonna say Tembisa, but wow, when you say essay,
What?
That's
No.
broad.
Let me fix that.
Yeah.
I am not trying to be well known in Tembisa.
Okay.
I'm trying to be known. There's the difference. I don't want to be. And as low as No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to be the girl who did it. She was from there, but not to remain in Tembisa. Nah.
I get it.
That's not where I want to be.
Yeah.
No. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be Anazi, the thick chick with the deep voice. Know me as that, and say my name right. Or else don't say it at all. So
No comments.
so 5 years from now, let's just say 2 weeks from now, ventured into a new space. There's a track coming out that I did.
All right. Your track.
Very excited for that project.
Your
'cause
track, right?
My track.
Put it out
yes.
there because now
Yeah.
we are live. People want to follow you and know what.
Yes. What
What's
is
the track
this?
all about? Is it white? Is it hip hop? Is
So,
it Afro-pop?
I don't know how people perceive me.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you.
Oh,
as a genre,
I told
would
you guys she's going to interview me.
Where would
That's
you
right.
position me? Which genre?
That's hip hop. Did I say it?
Because I gave off that.
Did I say it?
You know that.
Did I get it right? All right.
No. Crazy. I'm a piano.
I'm a piano.
Yes.
All right.
I'm a piano. It is very new for me. I did it because people were saying do it. This is not something that I saw myself doing ever, period in my life. I never thought I'd ever do something like this. I'd ever venture into music. If I did venture into music, it would definitely be hip hop, like you're saying. But people were like, you know what? Do piano and see how it works
And
out
who
for
knows?
you.
You might
And
go
when
there.
people speak, sometimes I choose
need
to
to
listen.
listen.
So I chose to listen this time around. So
Yeah.
there's a track that I did featuring King Strata as well as Swiss 101.
Yeah.
It's called Uzozela because Uzozela, how is
Uphinde
Uzozela?
uzwele ngoba
You know?
nazi.
So, because Anazi, Uzozela.
Yeah.
So I'm releasing on the 27th
This
of
month.
October this month, which is
Beautiful.
Thursday next
We
week.
can't wait. We can't wait.
Yes. So good things are
Alright.
coming.
Yeah.
And also, what else am I gonna be? Oh, my store is coming up, right? Anazi Thrift was established last year, 2021, but it was one of those projects where I had to go back to the drawing boards. Yes, it was a movement I was pushing, but I knew that it's lacking something.
Yeah.
Something that is, it just lacks that spice.
kunalento, man.
Yeah, like it doesn't have that Anazi steez that I wanted portrayed, to be put out there to the next person who sees it. So Anazi Thrift is coming out. That's
Right.
the business
Shout out
side
to
of
that.
me as a businesswoman also.
Yeah.
Those are the projects that I'm busy with. The rest I can't mention. But
Sizobona.
yeah.
We're gonna follow you. We're gonna follow you.
Don't
Sizobona.
limit me. Don't box me.
By so saying, how do people get hold of Anazi?
I am Anazi Ncobo on all my platforms. I'm Anazi Ncobo on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, as well as YouTube. Gorgeous girl on TikTok. But that's just my nickname on TikTok. But it is Anazi
So on TikTok,
Ncobo.
you're gorgeous girl.
I'm gorgeous girl.
All right.
On TikTok.
All right.
But don't type it as gorgeous girl.
Okay.
It's Anazi Ncobo. But those who follow my TikTok content know me as Anazi gorgeous girl.
Whew.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I've just got a lot to handle today. And per se, it was beautiful meeting you. But I would want you to tag me to say, if you want people to follow you, as much as you said you don't want to tell people to follow you, but I would want you to do it in my position.
Yeah.
You now the host, you now the presenter, telling the people out there to say, hey, follow Anazi on hey, because I can see you have this thing in you.
You gonna put me on the spot
I
like
had
that?
to, because you've
You gonna
been
test
doing
me?
it.
You gonna test my radio skills? Cause
You've been doing it.
yeah, radio presenter.
Let's go.
Did that. Okay, so it's Anazi, the thick to the deep voice.
All right.
Interact with me on all my social media platforms. I am Anazi Ncobo on Instagram, Facebook, as well as Twitter. Don't know why you're still doing what you're just still doing on Facebook. But because we are there, make sure you drop a follow there and also subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Anazi Ncobo, where I basically just embarrass myself. And you can also follow me on TikTok. It is Anazi, gorgeous girl. If you didn't know, now you know, nigga.
All right. I believe that the people had what I had, and that's why I had to do what I did. So, by the way, I need to follow the mood and say, this was KMP Podcast. What are we saying right now? Kingwana wamchangana sengo akangwina akuyini aku bye-bye. Nirayini kangwina. This is Lana the Bulldozer saying shout outs and bye.
Bye.
Engitsile wena bakujeli